Hello everybody. I just got through doing cardio, literally like less than a minute ago. And I done it on this little recumbent bike. I got that bike in 2006. And I got it because that's when I started doing contests. And I, was going to the gym to work out. Then I was going back to just do cardio, and it was taking up so much time. I thought, why not just do the cardio at home, and I'll get, so I got my own recumbent bike. And I got the recumbent bike because I have not found anything that compares to getting rid of body fat like the recumbent bike. I know I've done a video a while back on recumbent, but say I've been doing that since 2006. I call it the recliner bike because it's notorious for having people own it. That's kind of the only downfall of it. If a gym is packed, people will be on that thing a lot of times, just barely turning it, because it's kind of like you're sitting in a recliner. So a lot of people, will get on it, barely move and watch TV, and think they're doing something, I guess. Kind of delude themselves that they're actually doing something. But it's not meant to do that. It's meant to put some good resistance on it and, dig with it. I don't know, the creator of it meant for it to be that way, but that's the way while I use it. It has the backrest, similar to a leg press. So you can put high resistance on it and really push hard. You can do low RPMs with high resistance and dig and dig and dig with that on an interval setting, which I've seen, like a regular bike, a regular stationary bike where you're setting kind of just like a regular bicycle. I've not been able to get my heart rate up nearly as high as I can on this thing, this recumbent bike, being that type is dependent on my body weight, that if I start pressing really hard, you can only press as much as you weigh, because you'll come off of the seat. Now, I don't know about, the kind of the going thing now is a assault bike. I've never tried one. You may be able to get, or Aerodyne bike, whatever they call them. Maybe Assault's a brand name, I don't know. But with the hand, it's like a bicycle with the handles on it. And maybe that gets your heart rate up as much. I've not tried it because of being able to use your arms with it, adding that, more full body type work with it. But I do know the recumbent bike, I've got away from it, and then I've always go back to it because it's just nothing compares to the body fat I can get rid of. And I say body fat, not body weight. I only do 16 minutes all out interval training. And I've told people, they've asked me, how much cardio do I do? And I tell them 16 minutes, and they're like, well, I can't. Kind of like I must be gifted because that's all I need to do, 16 minutes, 2-3 times a week. And it's not because I'm gifted, it's because I'm not gifted that I do the 16 minutes. I get better results as opposed to doing 16 minutes of all out interval type training as I would, before I'd done the traditional 30 minutes jog, moderate type cardio. They call it the fat burning zone. And that is a problem. People look at cardio as to burn fat while they're on the cardio. They're under the delusion that the sweat that's puddling up below the cardio machine, on the cardio machine, is somehow the fat being rendered out of their body, as if they're like a candle that is melting and the wax is the sweat pulling on the floor and are getting smaller, when all that indicates is you're getting hotter. Your body's warming up. If you're like me, you sweat a lot when you start doing anything. It does not indicate I'm burning more fat. The purpose of this type of cardio, which is why it makes it so much more efficient, is that 16 minutes, the harder you rev the bike, you think of it this way, the harder you rev the bike, the more you're revving your metabolism. The purpose of this is to rev your metabolism so it burns higher throughout the day. Not that you're just, I want a calorie reduction of, I look at this readout on here and I burned 200, 300 calories, when essentially you could have just skipped, cut 300 calories off your diet and done the same thing. Or you're like, well, when I do this, I'm lighter when I get off of it. Well, because you sweated and burned all this glycogen and essentially made your muscles flatter and less efficient for your weight workouts. So, like I say, that type of cardio is just calorie expenditure, the moderate type, long duration cardio, calorie expenditure during the time that you're doing it, and then when you get off of it, you're not doing nothing. Though this type of cardio, high intensity interval training, revs the metabolism that is going 24/7. That is the purpose of it. And I know I said this before, but I just think that a lot of people don't do this cardio because it sucks. Like I said, I've been doing it since 2005, and started the contest 2006. But it sucks. Legs are burning. Your heart's about to beat out of your chest. Your lungs are burning. You feel like you're before that interval goes to easy, you're like, one more second, I'm going to have to stop. And then it goes to easy and you get that little bit of rest. And then by the time you're just starting to feel like it's a little bit of rest, oh crap, here comes the hard interval again. And then you're digging. And I admit that it sucks. And I feel like it's the main reason people don't do it, because to question whether it's effective or not, whether interval training is more effective than long duration type cardio, we've known this ever since we've seen the difference in sprinters and long distance runners. You look at a sprinter, they're leaner, they're more muscular, the big quads, just muscular, leaner body, to where the the marathon runner, skinny and somewhat, more body fat, even though they're super skinny, not that much muscle. And so that's been evident, and it's not because the sprinter is not a sprinter because he has a body like that. He has a body like that because he is a sprinter. So I don't know how long the sport of sprints and marathons have been going on, but since they've been going on, that's the evidence right there, which one yields the leaner physique that retains more muscle. That's whatever the science might say. I don't know I just look at the results and evidence that is apparent. You can't argue what you see. But that was what's on my mind, and maybe that will convince somebody to, give it a shot and acknowledge it is going to suck. It doesn't just suck for you, it sucks for everybody that does it. So hang in there and give it a shot, at least a month, and see the difference in your cardio capacity and the amount of body fat you lose. And I almost forgot, the other aspect of it is you have to progress with it. Each time you get on there, whether it's go more on the distance, go more on the calories that it says it's expending, though don't count those calories. That's just a readout that represents how much effort you put on that particular machine. It could be different from machine to machine to machine. That's why I recommend using the same piece of equipment each time if you can. Not just the recumbent mic, but the recumbent mic you always use. And whether it be watts, inches, furlongs, whatever that readout is on that, calories, joules, it doesn't matter. As long as that readout is increasing while you're doing the same amount, the same 16 minutes, then your cardio capacity is increasing, your metabolism is increasing. So hope that helps y'all, and till I can think of something else that will not get out of my mind, I'll see you then. Thank you.